Hey y'all. I just wanted to come and update a little bit, not a lot, so I won't be long. So I talked to my doctor um about a week or so ago and expressed an interest to increase my dosage from 5 to 7.5. And after the conversation, the doctor agreed with the increase. So got it delivered, got um took my first shot, my first 7.5 shot yesterday. If you don't know, my shot days are Saturday. I did not wait before I took my shot because I knew I hadn't been doing right. Sort of like the very first, my first time coming to you all. Still afraid to step on it. So I did the 7.5, and I will be honest with you. The suppression is real. I don't want to say forcing myself, because that just sounds really harsh, right? Like I'm holding my mouth open and making the food go down. That's not accurate, so excuse me for using that language. I had to remind myself, think better, to I am really good with my protein. That is half of my source of my protein. Dead. No ifs, ands, but about it. Because even on 5, I still had some appetite suppression, but I felt like food noise was getting a little bit louder for me, and I was reverting back to not eating all bad things, but just convincing myself that what I'm eating, it's okay because it's in moderation. I never overindulge, but I indulge. And I am still finding my place in this space on this journey. And if you're new here and this is the first time you're hearing, I'm SC. I am on a GLP-1 Manjaro, just increased to 7.5. And I realized that this is my journey, and I am human, so this journey isn't a perfect journey. I am not a fast responder. And so I had to sit with that. I had to learn to be okay with that, because, when you look at some of the videos, YouTube or TikTok, losing 20 pounds in 1 week. I'm exaggerating, but I think you know what I'm. And that has not been my experience. And I know I keep saying we'll get into that later, but we will. We'll get into that later. I just wanted to today to let you all know that I did increase my dose. I was on the 5 for 2 months, I believe. Yeah, almost 2 months. 8 weeks, 2 months. I'm squinting as I'm trying to recall how long I've been on 5. I would say I was on 5 since middle of October. And now it's the end of December. I'm at 7.5. I did have 1 dose of 5 left. So maybe I did on 5. Yeah, let's just go with that. No need to be too specific. But I am the same weight as when I did my first episode, which would be 2 weeks. And I realized that I'm probably posting these in order, but time has passed. So if you're listening to all three, you're not listening to 3 days worth. You're probably at over the course of 2 weeks now of listening to my journal diary. And I realized I'm going to start giving dates. I was trying to do episodes and date, but I think I'm just going to stick with date so you can hear where I am in this journey. So today is December 28th, and one day in, and like I said earlier, food noise is down. I feel like it's gone, but it might be too early to say that right now, right? It's only a day. But the suppression, if you're not understanding the gravity of what I'm saying, it's like, it's approximately early afternoon. I'm not sure the exact time right now. And I've been on protein shake. And knowing that I am going to eat a balanced dinner. Because I have to, right? I need the food to fuel myself. And I think it's easier for me to not eat because I'm keeping myself busy around the house. I'm not going anywhere today. And so I'm keeping myself busy around the house so I don't have time to think about eating. And I'm convincing myself I don't have time to eat, working on other things, doing it. And if you're here, thank you. If you're listening, wondering where you should be on your journey, I would say it's right where you are. Of course, there are always things that we can do better, things that we can do differently, but you have to do what for you. I feel like I'm doing what works for me. I just don't know if I could be doing something. Like, I did something different. Will my results increase? Will I lose weight faster? And then I think, do I really want to lose weight faster? I'm trying to do a whole lot of stuff, right, at one time. And I don't know if it's, I do believe that getting the protein in. Now, the protein shakes I do drink are Oikos, and Fairlife. And those are complete proteins. So I feel confident that I'm getting at least half of my protein. Because it's just so hard for me to eat full 100 grams or more of protein a day. I can't even imagine that because even at 5, I wasn't that hungry to eat 100 grams of protein a day. That just sounds like a whole lot. Now I'm sure I could find the high protein foods and maybe I only have to eat that like once or twice. But that just seems like it's way easier for me. I don't know if you're feeling that same way. But that's how. And I'm excited to see what 7.5. I'm still below 200. But at the same time, not person. And I am feeling a little bit better. I still keep up with my 5 days a week exercise. Notice I said exercise. Because working out just sounds like you doing it. And and you're just pouring sweat every time you do that. That's not. I exercise anywhere from 24, 34, 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday. And another episode another day, I will talk more about with my exercising. I am feeling better today. I don't know if it's the 7.5 that gave me a confidence boost, like, yes, it's about to happen. I'm about to drop to my goal weight. And when I say my goal weight, people are like, are you serious? You won't look right at that goal weight. And they may be right. I may find that I only really need to lose another 20 to have my ideal body, not what meeting a BMI that sometimes, but feeling healthy about myself and enjoying looking at I looked at pictures from the very beginning 3.5 months ago, and I was like, wow. So if you haven't looked at, your pictures from when you started, where you are, just, even if you only lost 5 or 10 pounds, take a look at your pictures and to give yourself that boost that you need to keep doing what you're doing. And only you know if you need to make tweaks here or there. So this is a space to give yourself grace. This is the space to know your journey is going to look like my journey, or that person on you that gives you those 10 things to do, those 10 things not to do. Everybody has an opinion or thought, and they're just sharing. So there's no bash to them, because I'm doing the same thing. Because one day I may say, here are the 10 things I did to lose my X amount of. I can't say I won't get there. But right now that's not where I am. And if you're listening, maybe that's not where you are either. Maybe you just want to come to a place to feel safe and to feel seen and know your journey is just that, and that it doesn't look like anything. And just a little teaser for future. When I started, I was all over TikTok thinking I had, and that I had to do this immediately so I can look like this immediately. And some of the things I did, some of the things I stopped doing, and that's okay. You can get inspiration, tips from people, but you have to practice discernment, and also, for sure, talk to your doctor if you're not sure about something. All I can do is tell you what I'm doing, how I'm feeling, and if it's working for me, and what's not working for me. And at any point in time you feel like you want to leave a comment or reach out to me to share your thoughts, opinions, whether you're on a GLP-1 or just a regular weight loss journey, please feel free. I am interested in hearing from you. So this is SC, and I am going to wrap up for this December 8th check-in. And as always, I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate coming back. I appreciate you if you're here. I just appreciate for listening to me. And for the most part, I'm rambling. it's going to be a ramble. So if you're expecting a perfect diary entry, no, you're not going to get that here. I am giving you my authentic self. I am sharing, and I am SC. Until next time.